Dude, stop.
Let's get this shit show going.
Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning to all of you.
Sailor talk.
Okay, the Holy Brothers.
I don't even know what the hell that is.
I met this guy on one of the LA trips, who's in this band. Willie Aaron is a singer, guitar player, but a keyboard player. He plays keyboards with the Third Mind and Dream Syndicate sometimes. But this is a side project he has, a duo with Mark Etzioni. They're out of LA. It's kind of a folky duet, a little poppy, and they did this cover of Sweet Leaf from the obviously from the Black Sabbath album. He sent this to me, but it's a single. It's a 45. Oh, and there's a download code. Okay, so you get a download code. I got a sticker and a signed copy. But I met him, and I've seen him live with the Dream Syndicate when Kimbo and I went to see the Dream Syndicate. But kind of a cool takeoff. I mean, it's more of a poppy, folksy version of the Black Sabbath song with the British style little hold. But it's fun that they kind of did a little emulation parody on that. So there you go. Holy
Very
Brothers.
nice.
Nice little package. Who else?
I bet you it sounds good.
I haven't listened to it yet. It just arrived last night or yesterday. Yeah.
Hey, by the way, you spelled favorite wrong, Rich.
It's one of my guys. That's
I like favorite with a U. Like I like to put a U in color.
All right, sound out the word favor and give me
favor.
It's favor. Thank you for the favor.
If you say favor,
that's the whole nonsense of British spelling.
Say that car that's a British car that they made an XKE that starts with a J.
Oh, Jaguar.
Yeah.
I had a Jaguar.
Yeah, but no one used. I mean, America's never said Jaguar.
Well, hold on. At one time, Jaguar was owned by Ford.
Jaguar,
Ford, right?
It was owned by the Americans.
Oh,
and then
they destroyed it.
Then they said, we can't make this work. So they sold it.
I had an 86 Von den Pla XJ6 in sea mist green. It was gorgeous.
Seaman green?
Sea mist green. And the interior was Bambi. They skinned Bambi and just made. And so, but I got a lot of, and I don't mean anything by this. I'm going to say something. You may want to turn this off. I got a lot of, oh, what a fag you are in your Jaguar.
Well,
I got a lot of that.
That sounds perfect.
I got a lot of that.
My dad always wanted a Bentley. He never got one, but his last car was a Jaguar. And that was the car I go, this is what's odd to me. Every high-end car I've ever gotten into, I can't fit in it. They are not made for
they're not made for people.
Yeah.
My Jaguar, which I loved more than any other car I ever had, if you went over a pothole, it was $3,000.
Oh, yeah.
It was the biggest piece of crap ever invented. 2 gas tanks, over-engineered. My mechanic wore a white lab suit. And he had
yeah, that's what they do.
Yeah, he had a sign. He had a bumper sticker on his file cabinet. It said, any parts that fall off of this car are part of the finest of British engineering.
What's the car? What's the car where they'll fly you over to visit the factory?
Well, the Volvo used to do that.
Is it the Mini Cooper or the BMW?
No.
They didn't
fly you over, but a lot of the companies like Audi and Volvo, they wouldn't pay for you, but you'd go fly and pick and drive. You drive through Europe and then they ship the car.
I owned an Audi again. It was amazing that I drove it for as long as I did because I really just fit in it. But wasn't there a period of time where Audi was just pieces of shit?
Audi had a big problem. First of all, I had 3 Audis. I used to lease cars when I had my business. The major time of my business, I do a 3-year lease, whatever. So I get Audis. Audis are my favorite car. Now I have a Volkswagen now, which is pretty much the same company, and I love my GTI. But Audis, you're right. In the 70s, the 5000 series had a thing. There was a lawsuit, and some people think it was bullshit, but it was a real thing that some woman like got run over by her Audi or something, or she ran someone over. Basically, it's the way the triptonic shift happens. And if you didn't have your foot on the brake, you could put it in gear, and someone died or got hit or something. Someone can tell me the whole
I
story.
thought it was more in the 80s
It could have been the 80s. Yeah, right. It could have been the 80s.
90s.
But it was
Audi.
so Audi got a big blemish, and they had to reconfigure everything. That's why I don't know if you remember. Well, when you had your Audi, depending on when you had it, after any Audi after that, and a lot of cars, not just Audis, you can't put it in gear unless your foot's on the brake, and it says it on the dash.
It was like 3 cars ago. I had an Audi.
Yeah,
2 cars, 3. It was the 3rd car ago.
I had a Volvo once, and the air conditioning compressor fell off through the engine compartment onto the 210 freeway, where I pulled over, picked it up, threw it in the trunk, and they put it back on, and it worked.
Yeah,
true story.
I think Audi. I always liked, especially in the 2000s. I loved the design of Audis. Now I remember I got when my son was young, I got an all-road. Now all-road's a 4-wheel, it's triptonic, a 4-wheel, or what they call quattro. And it has like the hydraulic thing, like the old Citroen. So it would go higher or lower. It's great for off-road, for going in the snow and stuff. But I realized it was too much car for me. I leased it, and then I didn't get another one because it's a heavy car, so you'd wear the brakes out faster. A beautiful car, but unless you're going off-road and up to the snow all the time, but for a city car, it's overkill. It's too big. So I got an A3 because I remember going to London in 2004 or 3 and 5, and I saw the A3 there. The A3 is a smaller Audi. They weren't in America yet. And I love that. And then finally they came to America. So that's when I switched and I leased that A3, and then I bought it. And I had it for like 7 or 8 years. And when I moved here, my son needed a car. So I gave him my old Audi, which didn't have a lot of miles on it. And I got the GTI. And his girlfriend borrowed it and totaled it. She's okay. His ex-girlfriend totaled the fucking car.
Wow.
I don't know cars, actually. I just know the ones I had. I'm not a car guy. Coffee Dave is a car guy. He's got.
I like cars. I've had a jillion cars.
Yeah, I can't, I could break it into a repair shop or a dealer, but I know what I like. I always liked those German cars. I like the design of the Audi much better than the design of the BMWs at that point. I never had a BMW. But before that, I had Hondas. I had a lot of Hondas, and not a lot, but I had a Honda. My first new car was an $1,800 brand new car. Was a 1972 Ford Pinto. $1,800.
I have the best first car story. Okay. My dad got tired of picking me up from college. So he went to my older brother, who was like the family screw up a bit, and said, find your brother a car. Here's $500. At the time, my brother was living in Blacksburg, Virginia, where Virginia Tech is. And he found me a car. It was a 1976 Ford Granada.
Oh.
Hello, Mudda. Hello,
How long did it take to blow the engine, blow the tranny?
Let me finish my story. One of the biggest cars there ever was. By the time he bought it, him and his buddy got drunk. His buddy decided to take the wheel and flip the car and destroyed it. Okay. So I didn't get a car. So my brother had to save up money and find me another car. Guess what he found me?
Another Granada.
Another 76 Ford Granada. So that was the car I had. And the car, the distinctive thing of the car was the automatic steering was out of whack. So like even if he tapped it, the car went far in the other direction. So I got this car and I drove it for a couple of years. and I went down to Blacksburg to visit my brother, and my sister was there at school. And I saw so many Ford Granadas down there. I was like, what?
It's Ford
This
Granada.
is where they all went to die.
When I had my Pinto, they weren't exploding it. They wouldn't explode for a few years later. And I had my Pinto from 72 to 78. And it was a great little car because that was amongst the first American cars when they went small. Because remember how Toyotas and Hondas were coming in, all the American.
Oh, my dad bought some scammy way he acquired a Gremlin.
That was right after, or around that same time. Yeah.
The distinctive thing of the Gremlin, other than it being a tiny hatchbacky type,
And the
of car,
Pacer, AMC Pacer too,
is the interior of the Gremlin was made out of steel.
Oh God.
And when my parents divorced, my dad would pick me and my sister up on the weekends and take us back to where he lived. And me and my sister would fall asleep. But I would fall asleep like this, and then my head would fall down and wham against the interior of the Gremlin steel.
you know,
Nice.
with my Pinto on the back, it was a brown Pinto. It had two-tone interiors, white exterior with a brown inset, like leatherette. It wasn't leather. And I liked that car. And it wasn't the full glass hatchback. It was a trunk, but I always had on the back the Grateful Dead round sticker that came in the 71 live album, the double live Skull and Roses.
Right.
And the thing about that sticker, the way it printed, it faded all the time. So then once I got a job at the record factory, I would slit open copies of that and pull out the sticker and replace it every once in a while. So people, so we put it in the returns.
Hey, Dan B, you watch this fucking show every time we go. It's well known that I drive a Chevy Bolt. It's an electric car. So I'm not feeling the gas crunch at all.
Yeah, and his brakes, you only can put the brakes on in the last 3 seconds of when you want to stop.
It's one of the best cars I've ever owned.
It's a nice car. I like the car. Yeah.
It's one of the best cars I've ever owned. And I'm not a car guy, but it really is a fun car to drive. And I didn't get it because it was electric. I got it because it had everything. And an equal gas car for the price I got it for was double the price.
Tom Rashawn has some swanky little electric car now too.
Yeah, and each time I charge it up, it's like $20. And the one thing I say is you really can't equate the reading for how many miles because it's not the same as gas.
No, it's hours and shit.
Yeah, I don't know.
Depends.
But I do charge it at the most. Not even fully charged. You're supposed to only charge it 80% for battery reasons. So maybe twice a week. It's usually one. And then like yesterday I went to Amoeba and they have charging stations like slow chargers. And I went up there and charged for $3 and it's awesome.
Joe, you're lucky there because I saw one gas station locally, $7 a gallon. For
but those are the gas. Like I live in Santa Monica, which parts of it are touristy.
We're like 650. We're 650.
It's touristy, so those are the gas stations that kind of
and near the airport and stuff like that. But
yeah.
No, but it's 650 here, and then it's up to $7 in certain areas.
I paid $5.85.
When I go over to Michelle's, she has the Indian counties and the Indian gas stations. There's no federal taxes.
Oh, right. You
save about $1, something like that.
Hey, I don't know what level charger. You can high speed charge. I'll go to Tesla charging stations. I have an adapter and high speed charge where it takes like 40 minutes to fully charge the car, or the slow chargers, which could take 7 hours to charge.
I get the thing about too many taxes. However, West Coast, we don't have toll roads. I think you guys on the East.
No, California has some toll roads, but
not many. Aside from bridges, we have very few.
Look, from my understanding,
toll roads are upscale if you want to pay more.
From a lot of my understanding, with California, they put a lot of stuff up to the people to vote on. A lot of the gas charges are voted on,
right?
But there are the California mixes of the gas.
It's because. And I haven't gone to LA back in the 70s,
Yeah,
The
that means
air is so much cleaner in.
Yeah, I mean they
No,
fixed it. It cost money, but they fixed it.
I said this when I first moved to LA in '93. You would drive into the valley and see a brown haze over the valley.
Yeah,
Right.
you don't see
That
that
kind of in what is that, 30 something years? It's gone
Right.
away.
Yeah,
It was in the 70s. They took the lead out of the gas and they did all this shit, and it worked.
and by the
It fucking
90s, it
worked.
was pretty clean. Yeah.
It was getting cleaner. and
Yeah,
cleaner.
here's I've heard someone say this, and this is the God's honest truth. It is great to live in California, but you have to pay to live in California.
Yeah.
So there you go. Those are the trade-offs. If you don't like to pay to live in California, there are plenty of other places.
My
to live.
fill up now for a tank is $18 more for a tank
I'm
than
not
it
gonna.
was
I'm not,
when Biden was president.
well. I'm not making comparisons. Let's not be political. But I'll tell you
It's not
something.
political. It's a time period.
Okay, if you want, it's always political, Mazzy. There's not one time in American history where people weren't political. So here's a good comparison. My experience with West Virginia is sort of limited because there's a part of West Virginia that's technically part of the DC area, but no one lives there really. And if you've ever driven on the roads in West Virginia, you want and on the roads in California, you truly understand the difference. You don't pay to live in West Virginia. And you feel the effects by lots of standards. And you don't even have to compare California. Drive shortly into Pennsylvania, and you will see the difference between two states. That's what people don't talk about.
Yeah. But there are a lot more
They
toll
can't-
roads east. There are a lot more toll roads east. than there are.
Around DC, there's tons of toll
Yeah,
roads.
yeah. You gotta pay for all those improvements one way or the other.
Yeah. In
you know?
Texas, and there's toll roads.
So the theory is they put it in gas because if you drive more, you use the roads more. Like,
West Virginia, people are nice, and that's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about infrastructure, you moron, Kimbo.
Whoa.
West Virginia, you don't pay to live there. The infrastructure is horrible.
Hey, you want to see the new issue? It's
Everyone's okay. Everyone's asking, how's your pig? Your pig's fine. It's nothing to do with your pig.
Pig's good, man. Here's the new paper. Woo!
Finally,
More of those guys.
Now,
Wow.
tell
Now,
everyone.
how come
everyone-
Zappa is the lower one?
It's I don't know, man, but it works.
Tell everyone
They
why.
sent us that, so there you go.
Tell
Yeah,
everyone-
here we go. Wait a minute.
Once a year, he puts Zappa on the cover.
Show us page 4.
What's this? What the hell are we talking about right there?
Yeah, go help Vinyl Piper get records. He's crying on the floor over this.
What else do we have? I'm in the middle of distribution. You want to see what that looks like? You got to get behind the wheel in the morning and plow. There it is. Crap everywhere.
Well, there you go.
Shit everywhere.
I like your sound baffling.
Yeah, look at those ugly flat panel speakers.
room treatment. He's got room treatment. That's good.
No, do you see the black things on either side of the table?
Yeah, are those manipens? What are they called?
No, those are
Manipetties?
not magnepans. They're quad.
Got it.
They're quad. And I've had magnepans in here before. I've never had quads in here before. I've never heard speakers sound this good in my entire life.
Those speakers sound great.
Unbelievable.
They're ugly.
Do you have any hooker ads in the back of your magazine?
That's why we're broke, because we don't have.
There's truth to that. Once the internet happens, all those like the Guardian and LA Weekly,
LA Weekly and Village Voice, everything done.
ton of
Gone.
money
See you
went
later.
away.
Jim, you should put classifieds in the back page.
Do people act would they pay for
And
classifieds?
one ad could read, "Looking for a servant to play my records."
For me.
What? Jeez.
I do have it. This is Record Collector News World Headquarters. We're in the secret bunker. And the pig is excellent right now. She's great. She's so good.
Yeah,
And,
he wasn't.
hold on.
He wasn't away because of the pig.
No. Everyone, Jim, you'll have to admit it now. You were gone. You were absent. Take off your hat. He was getting hair transplants.
Can you see it's bloody? It's a bloody mess, but no. Yeah. I was otherwise concerned.
Hey, I'm going to say this to all of you ungrateful bastards who watch this stream. There's a guy, his name's Eric Schultz, and I say his full name because that's his handle. That dude is the nicest dude. He can't watch live a lot of times, so he'll watch after the fact. And he leaves nice comments. And he said the other day, I miss Jim.
Who said that?
This Eric Schultz dude, who's a nice guy, leaves nice comments.
There you go.
He's the kind of guy who I go, because my whole attitude, I've said this before, life sucks. We're all stuck with how horrible the world is. We need a distraction.
A
2-hour distraction.
That's what this is.
He watches it after the fact and leaves nice comments.
Oh, that's nice.
He likes the jokes. He missed Harry, and Harry came back. He was very happy. Eric doesn't like change. And someone like you fucking idiot, Rich, leave nice comments. Does it hurt? No. Hey, guys, yesterday had one of the best record hunting days I've had in a while.
That's every day for you.
It is every day. But yesterday was great. And so let me show some of the stuff I picked up. I've never seen this one. And I can't determine. This is sort of, it looks like it came out in the OJC era because of the dead wax information, but it's not technically an OJC.
Oh, I'm getting spaced out with that cover.
This is a Red Garland live, and it originally came out. This was the original cover. It was not issued a bunch, but it's a great live record. That was a cool find.
I think we really, seriously, I think we need to pitch the show to HGTV or one of those, one of those, where do they do the picker shows? A crew following you around looking for records. You got the personality because you're belligerent. You go after people.
I actually have a friend who produces TV, and he explained this to me. This is the era we live in now. That pitching stuff is not happening anymore.
No, then do it on YouTube.
Well, here's what they do. You need a sponsor. So, like you say, you want a gin company to sponsor you.
You need to bring along
if anyone's willing to front the money to bring in people professionally, I'm all up for it. Okay. So if anyone doesn't know this is like a French, they take French concerts.
Are these radio concerts?
They're professionally recorded.
It looks like the first time I've ever seen Chet Baker almost smile. Chet Baker, look at that.
Okay. So I have a series of Bill Evans ones. They're professionally recorded concerts, and they sound great. If you ever see one of these, there's a Mingus. I'm sure there's more, and they usually sound really good. So these are worth picking up. And these, there's a shows from the early 60s and then one from 75. All right, I picked this up because I got this for nothing. This is when the Record Store Day records are dropping in price. So I got one of the Zev Yusuf Lateef records. Is this three LPs? When this came out for Record Store Day, what was it? $70, $80?
I think 79.
$40. This record, I've seen originals which are scarce. You don't find this. This is sort of a private press jazz record, and this Jazzman label out of Europe, who does good reissues, reissued this record. This Richard Kelly. It's it's slightly spiritual, mostly straight ahead jazz. It's really good, and this Jazzman put it out. Really nice, like tip-on jacket, really well done. But I did reach out to them, and they have not responded. There's no fucking download card in here. What's the deal with the fucking download cards not being in the record?
They're not. A lot of companies aren't bothering.
Mazzy fucking took it out.
It says right here, download card.
When Mazzy stole the sticker out of the record, he took the download card too.
No download card. Okay, this is a cool one. I don't think a lot of people know about this. This label, True Sound, was a sub-label of Prestige. This is a RVG and the Dead Wax Rich. This Jimmy Neely trio. It's pretty just straight ahead jazz, nothing spectacular. It sounds really good, but this is RVG. Rich, go look for this one. I've seen one other. I don't know how many records they put out on this label, but very nice. Okay, this is a. I don't think a lot of people know about this record. This is Wynton Kelly, one of the like premier jazz pianists. This record was shelved by VJ. I don't know a lot of VJ shelved records.
Huh.
There's a couple sessions from the early 60s, and then VJ put it out in 1977. I've not listened to it yet, but it's a great lineup of people on it. Like VJ, people that were on VJ. So, and this is like the label from the 70s VJ. So that was cool. Okay. I found at Amoeba put a bunch of records in the back without covers, but they were in like minty condition. So I found a copy of the Fritz the Cat soundtrack.
Nice to have
What does that sound like?
It's like funky.
I used to have
okay,
it.
Here's the guy, the main guy who wrote.
Kept it.
The guy who wrote the main music for was part of a big band, a rock band. Does anyone know? I have to look it back up again. I forgot the band.
I forget.
But good. Okay, this was the find of the day. Maybe the find of the year so far. Okay.
Okay, here we go.
This is that Herbie Hancock box that Vinyl Me Please put out.
Ah.
It's 11. It's they did 1,500. This one is numbered. This is 275.
It looks
This
like
has-
1,600.
Like Mazzy's favorite. He has the Grateful Dead one, right?
Yeah.
This is really nice. Nice card inside describing what's.
Did it come with a slip mat like the Grateful Dead?
Yeah, I wonder if these are still available. These are they did
With
podcast
stories and interactive. Yeah.
Yeah. And then the nice booklet. And then here are the records that are inside. One is one of Jim's favorite records.
Isn't one of the Joni Mitchell in there?
Yeah, the Joni Mitchell.
Oh, that's great. That is such a good record.
I've never heard that.
Oh, you'd love it.
Nora Jones, Tina Turner, Colin Bailey Ray, Joni Mitchell's on this.
You'd love it, Maz.
Leonard Cohen. The main band is Wayne Shorter, Dave Holland, Vinny Colaiuta, and Lionel Lucchi on guitar.
I love your pronunciation.
Thank you. This is a record. I didn't know this one.
I don't know that one either. Wayne.
1997. It's just
Urban Rain. Wayne.
It's just Wayne Shorter and Herbie Hancock.
Nice.
Right.
Double album.
I don't know that one.
Probably the weakest of the records in here is the Future Shock record, right?
Yeah, that's a good album.
I still like that stuff.
Then I didn't know this record. It looks like it only came out in Japan. This is a Herbie Hancock solo piano record.
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
Double LP.
Mm-hmm.
I've seen this once before. And I think it's 2 LPs, but this is that VSOP band.
So basically, the box has all his C-list records.
No, hold on, Mazzy. I'm not even done showing these yet.
Okay.
Moron. This is Wayne Shorter, Herbie Hancock, Freddie Hubbard, Ron Carter. And
That is the busiest cover art.
Yeah, and basically it's the Miles band where Freddie Hubbard's replacing Miles.
That's like the VSOP. Yeah. Okay.
It is VSOP. It's not like it. That's what do
Okay,
this.
VSOP. Yeah.
See what it says right there, Mazzy? What does that say?
VSOP. Right.
Okay.
Very special one-time performance. Which is
Then
more than one.
a nice copy of Headhunters.
Of course, that's good.
A nice copy of Maiden Voyage.
It's interesting how they have the Sony stuff and the Universal Blue Note stuff.
And a nice copy of Taken Off.
Okay, those are good. Those are good records.
Yeah. So guess what? When I think it originally came out, was it $300 or $400? I think it was closer to 4, maybe. I'm guessing. Guess how much I paid for this?
$150.
Yeah, you know that because I said that in our.
No, I didn't know that. Is that how much you paid?
Yeah, $150.
Oh, I just guessed that. I had no idea.
So
That's
this is
enough.
a nice find.
Okay. I think the new Stone single sounds like I posted this. It sounds like the Rolling Stones and the Beach Boys got together and had a baby. The beginning sounds like the Beach Boys, that the harmony, and then it all of a sudden gets into the Stones riff.
Well, I haven't heard it yet, but I did watch. They did a really nice interview with Conan O'Brien. Did you
Right.
watch?
I didn't watch it, no. But it sounds like the Beach Boys.
You know who's on the album? And it was like by chance. Is Robert Smith's on it. There's a lot of
Oh, that's
people,
right.
And Paul
That
McCartney's
might be
on.
our next cover.
and like the last album, there's a Charlie Watts song. He's on
Right. That might be our next cover story.
it. How many times have they been on the Record Collector News?
A number.
Beats Don't Fail Me Now was reissued as an expanded already, I think. Yes. The little feet. That was a question I'm answering.
Hey, I have an auction. I'm going to do a preview video later today. Good stuff in the auction for Saturday. So, I did.
So,
did
did Jim?
one more record. Sorry. Okay, I found this. I own some test pressings, but I don't own an RTI test pressing. But this is a test pressing of a Dizzy Reese record that came out this year or last year. But
Okay.
the test pressing is from 2023. And this is cool. But I posted it. There's a Blue Note users group on Facebook that Joe Harley's part of. And I posted it, and Joe Harley goes, "Hey, Robert, where'd you get that?" And I was honest. I told him. And he goes, "Interesting." So I said, I hope I didn't get anyone in trouble.
I hope Jim is prepared for today. His special, Mother's Day special, since he's into the mothers and Mother's Day is Sunday, you should have prepared a Mother's Day special today. Mothers of Invention.
Oh, you know what? I just remembered. What did Chad say? Oh, shut the fuck up, Mazzy.
Okay. $5. $5. This is a British pie. I didn't know Vanguard was distributed by Pie in the UK.
Country Joe. Wow.
I mean, I don't have this record, and I never had this one. And this is like the essential. You know, Verve did a whole series of like best of sort of. But this has the stuff I don't have. This has the Woody Guthrie, the very political stuff that Sam Charter.
You know what? I've picked up some of those.
Yeah, they're cheap records anyway.
Those are comp records.
Yeah,
together,
that's what I literally said. They're 2 record comps, essential. But I've never seen it on Pi. I've never seen a UK copy, and it's pristine inside. So it's that great folk stuff. They're good albums, but since we just lost him in the last couple months,
did he change his style? Or was it always kind of?
Well, he was a folkie, really, and even before they were a folk jug band before they became psychedelic Country on the Fish.
I don't know why in my head I confused him with Captain Beefheart. I felt like they were the same.
No, it's nothing like Captain Beefheart.
I understand, but
he's always been political. He's
right,
extremely.
They came out of the same era, and for a time, didn't Country Joe have a mustache and wore a weird hat with a feather in it or something?
Yeah, he did that, sure. And there's literally a song called Tricky Dicky. So you know it's how political that is.
Did he always stay political in his songs?
Yeah. He's a Berkeley guy.
What was like the last album he did?
I don't know. I
Into what
didn't
era?
follow all his solo stuff.
He did Barbra Streisand covers.
He did a good album on Fantasy, the Songs of the Whales or something, which is a beautiful record. I mean, he was one of the first guys like Save the Whales when the Japanese boats were harpooning and killing all the whales.
Isn't there a Yes song called "Don't Kill the Whales"?
There's a lot. You know, there's the Crosby and Nash thing.
Look, Bill K, I don't need you to educate me now. I know they're 2 different people. I'm talking about when I was
Zappa, and we just saw the cover of Jim's magazine. Zappa, that could be their high school picture. They went to high school together.
Yeah, they went to.
Listen, Bill K. I know they're different people now. I know they not even the same music.
Stop lecturing.
If you want to go back in a time machine and yell at me when I didn't know, then that's your choice.
I showed this before anyone was here, but this is a guy I know, Willie Aaron, who plays with Dream Syndicate and Third Mind. He plays keyboards, but he has this folk duo, kind of folk pop thing. And they put out this limited 45. He just sent me a copy, Sweet Leaf, which is the cover of the Black Sabbath song, obviously, from this album. The fourth album, is it the fourth? Yeah. So kind of fun. I've heard it, but I haven't listened to the record version of it.
Hey, Mazzy, my guess is Mazzy will show that record 5 more times.
Well, no one was here when I was Country Joe.
Where's Jack Parks?
Country Joe did the Fish song. Of course, he's Country Joe on the Fish. The Fish
Where's
cheer.
Jack?
It's
Jack,
the
I
Fish
got to
cheer.
get this to you.
The Fish cheer. Did that come?
Well,
with
that's
a-
what made him was give me an F.
Yeah, kind of.
In
Kimbo.
Woodstock.
It comes with a download code, which Rob didn't get. It comes with a signed little poster. So there is a poster, sort of. And it comes with a sticker. And here is the 45. Sweet Leaf. There we go.
Hey, people don't know much about this, but the Hollywood Bowl typically puts their season on sale like this time of year. And my friend goes because every show that they do Monday through Thursday, they allot dollar tickets.
Yeah.
And that most of the way you get those is by showing up at the box office. I think that's the only way they sell them. My friend did me a favor and got me a ticket to the Herbie show at the Bowl, but he only got one ticket. He's going to give it to me. I do want to go because they're doing tribute to Miles, and Ron Carter is going to be part of it. And I want to see Ron Carter. He's like 89 years old right now, I think.
Lucky Jackson. It's literally a parody of the Black Sabbath album cover, and the song is by Sweet Leaf is a song by Black Sabbath.
Listen, Lucky, take your time here, because Mazzy again is going to show that 5 more times.
It's literally the Black Sabbath parody.
Hold on. So the other ticket my friend got me, and both me and my friend are going to go, is Squeeze is playing the Bowl with Adam Ant, and they're doing a national tour. And the main is Adam Ant and Haircut 100. But for some stupid ass reason, Haircut 100 is not going to be at the Bowl. It'll be the English Beat. And I think Dave Wakeling lives in LA and he plays all the time. It's not hard to see them.
Okay.
Mainly just him.
I'm going to pull a Rob. I will answer the question, BC. Sean spells his name Sean. Okay. So that's Sean. I haven't heard the entire Claypool Lennon Delirium. I think it drops tomorrow. I'm going to go to my local and pick it up tomorrow. I've only heard the single or the animation. But after this show, right after the show, if you go to my channel at 9 a.m. Pacific, I did an overview of the Sean Ono Lennon catalog. His 3 solo albums. He's only done 3 solo albums. He's done 3 releases with the ghost of a saber-toothed tiger and 3 other Claypool Lennon releases. So that video drops today leading up to the Claypool Lennon. If you get a chance to see, if you like prog, psychedelic prog, and you like Primus because it's Les Claypool, they are so good live. They're a fun live band. They're psychedelic. They're poppy. They usually do 2 covers each show. When I first saw them, which is on the EP, they do Astronomy Domine, the Pink Floyd song. They used to do Boris the Spider. They used to do Tomorrow Never Knows. And what's the other one? They did a Centauri, that Japanese flower band. What's it called? The flower traveling band, Japanese cover, Satori. They do some cool stuff. Psychedelic, Court of the Crimson King. So they're a great tight live band, fun live band.
Hey, Jim, can you hold the cover of your record up now? Or your record?
Back. Here we go.
Hey, Bill K. This is why I thought they were the same guy. Look, they look the same.
That's at Woodstock. Yeah.
I understand this. But when I was younger, I thought they were the same guy.
Okay.
Yeah, they're not the same
Rob,
guy.
I have a bone to pick with you. You're not a boomer. You're not a boomer.
You don't have much bones to use.
No, but you're not a boomer. You're technically not a boomer.
They might have done Animals Floyd in concert, but not on a record. I haven't heard them do Animals.
Surface Spins, yes. Amoeba in San
April, Lennon,
Francisco.
Delirium.
And
It's
Amoeba
exactly
in
what I
Oakland.
said.
Hey, listen, guys, we're not doing two different streams. Whatever the main thing is, go with it.
I'm talking to Surface
When
Spin.
there's an
This is
opening,
not Captain Beefheart. All
Yes,
right.
you can pick up record collector news at Amoeba in Oakland and Amoeba in San Francisco. Unfortunately, Amoeba in Los Angeles,
well,
California,
hey,
will not carry it.
Hey, Jim.
You should ask them why, though.
Yesterday at Amoeba, I picked up a magazine that was on the table.
Yeah, they put other shit there from San Francisco.
That jazz magazine from New York.
Yeah, the New York Jazz.
I'm going to do an audiophile minute. These just came in. I haven't listened to them yet.
There's one person at Amoeba who hates my guts because
I can confirm there are more than one person there. When I'm there, there's definitely more than one person.
Right. But there's one person who has power over that table up front there who hates my guts. Hey, Brian.
Hey, guys, can you hear me?
Yes.
Yes, but you're coming through in Japanese. What's going on?
I've just been stranded by my motorcycle, and I'm walking home to get some tools to come back to get back on the road.
Well, what hasn't this happened?
Can't you call AAA? Isn't there like the Japanese AAA, like
it's triple J, Mazzy?
Hasn't this happened before, though? Why don't you just keep tools on you?
Good question, Rob.
How can you walk at 2 a.m. With a selfie stick?
Well, I just have my backpack with me, and I have.
You look like prey to get ripped off. If you were in New York City, you would be jumped by now.
Wait. How far of a walk?
Getting ripped off? I'm close. I'm actually kind of close. I only have about a 15-minute walk, but I'm lucky because I was clear across on the other side of town. The reason I wanted to come up is because I went and saw an amazing movie tonight, which I assume you guys have probably seen before, but it was a very limited, I think just maybe even one night showing of Power to the People by John and Yoko. It was amazing. It was so good. Did you guys see it? Mazzy saw it?
Yeah, and isn't the sound amazing? And
I saw
it breaks your heart that John never toured.
Oh man, it was so moving. And you know who stole the show, which is kind of why I wanted to come up and chat about it, is Yoko Ono. Yoko Ono is something to behold in this thing. If you are an anti-Yoko person, you need to go see this movie because she will capture your heart. She has got so much charisma and so much courage, and you just see John beholding her. You know, he's just like.
Wait, isn't she mostly sitting behind a keyboard making faces?
No. He does like 7 songs, and she does 7 songs. I mean, it might as well be called the Yoko and John show because it's 50-50.
What is
right
John
down the
Yoko?
middle?
Yeah.
And the audience loves her, and the girls are totally captivated by her, and she's impossible not to love. She's so good, and she's doing her wow 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 thing, and the sax is playing off of it, and all the guys are like these freaky, one of the guy who's playing bass is wearing this full robe that goes out. They're it looks like the Sun Ra Orchestra. She fits in so perfectly into the
Harry's music room. I saw stuff from the movie. That's what I'm basing it on. I'm not thinking about Lennon McCarthy. Listen, you and Bill Kay, leave me alone today, okay?
You know what's also I was really surprised how great Elephant Memories band sounds because I hate them, and I don't know what Sean did in the mix, but the band sounds so fucking good in this mix, right?
They were I saw it in this THX, but it was like TEX or XET or I don't know what it was, but it was all around me, and it was
it's
super
Dolby
fun.
Atmos, at least where I saw it, Dolby Atmos.
It was Dolby, but they had some
sold
other.
Out? Was it sold out?
No, unbelievably, it only had one showing, and it was 10% filled with a bunch of gray hair, like blue-haired people and me. There was nobody there. I was shocked a little bit, but it was also
Do you think the Japanese people don't hold her in high regard?
No, I mean,
I think they do
I
actually.
I mean, oh, yeah, I mean, they do hold her in high regard. Yes, they
Yeah.
very much. She's the hero to many, and I mean, she's a living legend, you know. And a bunch of people who are like the Cornelius and the Chibamato and the the young and the young crew of people. They all are like, if you've rubbed shoulders with Yoko Ono, then like that's like instant street cred. So very, very cool. And she has exhibition. Well, not in a couple of years, but I mean, she was having exhibitions until not all that long ago.
Oh,
I've
there's
seen.
a major retrospect that's touring America.
Well,
I
it's
saw
gonna
it.
be here. It's gonna be here in LA.
It's going to be in LA. I saw it in London at the Tate Modern. It's one of the best art shows, complete art shows. It's their entire career. It's amazing. Performance, conceptual, obviously the Fluxus stuff, music stuff, the videos, the 3D things. It's a really great show. So if it comes to your town, go see it.
If anybody, is this Power to the People? Has it been out before? Has it been out and shown a lot of times, or is it brand new footage, or is it just been put out? I don't really know.
Okay. They put the box set out last fall, the one-to-ones. You can actually get a single CD of the best of those shows. You can get it on CD or I think there's a 2 LP vinyl too that's a hybrid of the two. There was an afternoon show and an evening show.
But I've been seeing that John Lennon live in New York in the bins forever. Is that not the same
Well, that
show?
in the
I just posted
in the 90s.
A link.
Wait,
guys,
in the
that show.
90s, I guess in the 90s when I forget, there was a version, a single truncated LP. Don't get that. It's not that good. And it's not mixed well. It's a selection of those shows. But the new ones now is the remix. It's really good. Yeah.
Oh man,
Zappa honored Yoko from that Live in New York thing.
So you guys know that like Stevie Wonder comes out and
At the end, yeah.
I mean, I don't want to spoil it, but it's like it's
a concert. It was 50 years ago. You're not spoiling it.
Well, I don't know if it's going to be seen by. I mean, you should really go see it. The coolest thing about it, aside from like just Yoko Ono, every performance she gets, and she sings in key, and she's changing from like strange, not even strange. Like she's got she hits all the notes. She sings with prowess. It's
auto-tune.
Is it? Is that
I wouldn't be surprised if they did a version of the plangent thing to kind of keep the wow and fluttered. They fixed it definitely, but they didn't overdub.
There was a couple of
no AI, no overdub.
No. I'm sure it was pure musicianship. She knows her instrument and she wielded it. You know, she's got a classic training. She
comes from a very, very wealthy, established family. She's very trained.
Yeah. She went to Sarah Lawrence.
She's doing.
Yeah. She was.
You know what's great is
Mr. Eddie's father.
John Lennon's version of Cold Turkey is amazing on that. And Come Together. He does Come Together as well.
Come Together and Mother is so good.
Yeah.
And
Hey,
Imagine, but
hey Brian,
I'm listening.
I have a question for you. What's tomorrow like?
Tomorrow, it's beautiful. It's gorgeous. From the
It's
future,
It's Friday for you, right?
It's Friday now, yeah. Oh, I guess, yeah. So it's dark. I can tell you that. It's dark. That's about all I can tell
What
you.
does Friday have coming for the rest of us?
I suspect it's a nice night for you guys.
Brian,
once you get past it.
You're not that funny. Keep talking about Yoko Ono, okay?
So there was the ability to see John Lennon 10 feet tall on the screen and to see the sweat dripping off of his nose and to see his iconicness juxtaposed on her iconicness with the glasses, and she's like, no bra, and she looks great, and she's and her hair is all like frizzed out, and she's
Do you have a type, Brian?
No, I like them all. I like all of them. I like all types, but I'm telling you, it's just as like a visual, it's like superhero costume. Those two accidentally made, and because he's got that he's got that jacket with the like, the stars and bars on it, and he's got like a cool brown guitar, and he's wearing these wicked cool boots. And I'm telling you, it's like I like far exceeded my expectations. Really, I mean, obviously it's going to be great, but even so, I thought it was like excellent, and I want to get on stage to just tell everybody.
Such amazing. That's the only full concert he ever did after the Beatles.
Can you believe that?
And
Well, wait,
he stood up with
I'm
Elton John
confused. What, that New York album is not the same show, right? Is it?
No,
yeah,
that's an encore that he did with Zappa.
Yeah, but
wait.
Wasn't
Sometime
that
in New York
Club?
City.
On one side, yeah. On one side is
That's different. But there was the New York Live album. The single disc is from this show, and it's not that great, and it's long out of print.
But there was one he did at a club. Am I wrong about
No,
that?
you're wrong. He'd never played a club. I mean, the only other performance, he showed up with Elton John when he does a couple of John songs at Madison Square Gardens when he reconnected with Yoko. But it's so sad that we didn't get John Lennon touring.
My favorite John in LA thing is how he would write checks. Everywhere he went, he would write checks and nobody would cash them. And if you ever cashed one of his checks, he never came back.
That's interesting.
I had a friend who had a record store in La Cienega in the 70s, and he said John came in, spent about $800, and he put the check behind the cash register. John came in a week later, spent like $2,000, and he told him, "I'm going to have to cash this one."
Right.
And he never
And then he never came back. Right.
Hey, which is funny because Jim writes checks, and people cash them praying that it'll come through.
And I tell them, if you cash one of my checks, you must follow this protocol. You have to wear a Groucho Marx eyeglasses, nose, and mustache when you go to the teller or the ready teller machine.
Oh my God.
Yeah, Beefheart on the cover of RCN. Thank you very much. It's a great shot. Great fucking the CD version of
What is the article about in relation to them?
The article is about this.
It's about a page and a half.
Oh, got it.
Bongo Fury. And the CD is the way to go. It's got 2 full concerts at the Armadillo World Headquarters. One on the 21st of May, one on the 20th of May. And then it's got a Blu-ray. It's really good. Those concerts are excellent. Highly recommended. It's not very expensive. The CDs, that's what I would go with. Bongo Fury. Yeah. Beefheart and Zappa grew up together in the Antelope Valley. Frank's father he was a chemical engineer or something at Edwards Air Force Base.
What's going on?
And it's traffic. And Picasso would draw things and trade.
Picasso would do the same thing. You could not cash one of his checks.
Well, he didn't do checks. He just drew on a napkin or something, and that was his payment, and he'd get an original Picasso.
Yeah.
Hey, what was your Bongo Fury you just went? What's your gateway? What was your gateway to? Obviously, it's going to be like we're only in it for the money or freak out, but like what was the album of those first?
Absolutely free.
Absolutely free for Jim.
The first Zappa record, the double album, I bought.
Brian.
Yeah.
That's like Jim picking his favorite child.
No. I had a friend living here in Los Angeles. He lived upstairs. His mother was a school teacher.
This story.
Story number 7A. His mother taught drama at LA City high schools. And in the summer, she would take jobs as a secretary. So in 1967, summer, early, she went to work for Frank Zappa for 2 weeks as a secretary. He gave her a copy of Absolutely Free. They lived upstairs and did not own a record player. I was downstairs. My parents had the console. So de facto, by just fact, that became my first record ever.
There was a local
Played the
store.
shit out of it.
Interesting.
I was
It
11.
was my local store, and I remember seeing Freak Out, and for about a couple of weeks, I kept seeing it in the bins, and it was a little more because it was a double album, but it wasn't like twice the price. You know, there are certain records that weren't that much more. And I kept seeing it. I had no idea what it was because I hadn't heard it on the radio. 66, late 66, early 67. And so I bought Freak Out. That was my first. I still have my first copy. And that I was so wild. And then I started buying their records. It was really weird shit, but I really liked that weird shit.
My first touch with Zappa was when my cousin, who was a couple years older than me, or actually a second cousin, she brought over Too Late to Save a Drowning Witch, and she played Valley Girl for me, right? Which was out there in the zeitgeist. And at 11 or 10 or however old I was, I thought it was like the worst song I'd ever heard, you know, and the worst music I'd ever heard in my life. And then about 20 years old, I got Strictly Commercial, of course, which is, you know, inside joke about, right? But it opens with Peaches.
Yeah.
And that was my gift. And then I had to go find every single record from which each one of those songs came on Strictly Commercial. And that was my deep dive into like becoming.
So for me, it was just Freak Out. And then I mean, Absolutely Free. And then it just never stopped. I went down a rabbit hole at 11 years old. I knew there was something about this guy that had to do with Los Angeles. I felt his LA-ness for some reason. And that was it. My second concert I ever went to in my life was at the Poly Pavilion the night they recorded Just Another Band from LA. And I saw him 100 times, and I interviewed him once at his house.
Wow, 100 times for real?
Well, no. But I saw him every time he was around. I saw him all through his career. There was only one.
Project Logic and maybe another one of the side, Dweezil maybe.
Dweezil's great. Project Object was great. Gail wouldn't let that shit happen for a long time, but
I did know him musically. I got to think he did a good job of going on talk shows. That's what my experience with him was.
Frank live, he would do crazy shit live, and every concert was completely different. You know,
I guess it was 74. I saw the tour with Jean-Luc Ponty.
That would have been good. Yeah, nice. I missed Ponty, but
so wait, now that we're talking about John Lennon and talking about Zappa, talk about what that off that sometime. What's that story?
So that was where a writer for the Village Voice at 2:00 in the afternoon brought John and Yoko over to Zappa's hotel room, and at 2 in the afternoon they decided that John and Yoko would come up and do a whatever on their live show that night
at the Fillmore East.
At the Fillmore East, and they were closing out the Fillmore East. That was it. It was like the last week of the Fillmore, and they asked Frank to close it out. So John and Yoko get up there and they do some stuff, and you know they're playing.
It's even weird for Zappa.
Yeah, they're playing a song. They're vamping on a song Zappa wrote. I forget what song it was. I think it was. Well, I'm blanking on the name of the song, but it's a song that he wrote, you know, with notes on a piece of paper and had been playing for 5 years. And they're vamping to that, and Yoko's in the background screaming and whatever. And then after the show, Frank sent the tapes to John and said, you know, do whatever you want to with it, just, you know, blah, blah, blah. And Zappa was going to do the same thing. Well,
do whatever you want with it was a mistake.
Well, so Frank Lennon immediately put it out on Sometime in New York City, and he changed the name of the one song to Scumbag, and he gave himself and Yoko publishing credit for
but
that.
Fillmore East had come out already because he uses the cover art.
Zappa's Fillmore Live at the Fillmore East had already come out. Yeah. And so Lennon, not only did he copy and change the name of Frank's song, but he just took Frank's album cover and crossed it out and wrote
and put it on the gatefold
put it inside. I can show it to you. But so Frank, when he realized that John had given himself publishing for one of his songs, he fucking sued him. and that's the way it went down. And
Then what
Frank,
happened after that? What happened with the suit? Does anybody know what the outcome was?
Frank got paid. Frank
He
got
did.
paid, and in
Okay.
future copies they do on. If you buy a current issue of Sometime in New York City, they gave the publishing back to Frank.
There's a great story of George
But
Harrison.
wait, it's not over. It's not over.
Okay, I'm listening. Keep going.
Zappa, a few years later released the same song, but pretty much the same song, but he changed the name of the song to A Brief Eternity with Yoko Ono. And that's how it ended. That's how it ended.
That's
And
funny.
I put a link to Zappa's A Brief Eternity with Yoko Ono in the
You know, on
peanut gallery a few minutes ago.
Freak Out, I think Frank lists about 100 artists on it, and those are the artists that he loves and the artists he hates. Influences either way. So he has all these. He says he gets influenced by people he hates too.
Yeah, Frank
Well, it's kind of a badass move to just take a Frank Zappa song.
It totally
and
is,
put it on right?
But I'm a Beatle. I'm John Lennon.
Yeah,
and,
exactly.
You know, to give himself publishing, that was kind of like.
If someone's going to rip you off, you might as well have a Beatle rip you off, right?
Exactly,
you don't rip off Zappa ever. He'll write a song about it.
Well, you do if you're John Lennon. That's the deal. The only.
I don't think it was even in his mindset.
I don't think. You know what?
Not.
I doubt if he knew that was a Zappa song. He had no clue that was a Zappa song.
And remember, they were kind of junky at this point, John and Yoko, a little bit. You know, the other talk about Beatle ripping off. The other one that supposedly ripped off, but I'm saying that loosely, is George Harrison's electronic sounds. He, after Mickey Dolenz, he was one of the early adopters or bought a Moog synthesizer. And Bernie Krause from Beaver and Krause. Beaver and Krause put out some records on Warner Brothers Records, some synthesizer records. And they were the West Coast sales reps for the Moog synthesizer, for Moog. And they had a booth set up at the Monterey Pop Festival in '67. And first was Mickey Dolenz. And then, of course, George Harrison buys one, has it shipped to his place in the UK. And he brings over Bernie Krause to teach him how to use it. And they're fiddling around, playing with it. And George is recording it. And on Electronic Sounds, half the record is them doodling with this Moog synthesizer. And on the cover, there's a little thing. It's scratched out on, I think, another edition. It says Bernie Krause, but Bernie had no idea. I think he had no credit, and he puts out this record.
I'll be right back.
Interesting.
That album is not as bad. Like, I listened to it in the last decade again a few times. When I first got it, it was weird as hell, but it's kind of a cool record. And if you're into electronic music, experimental stuff, there's some cool stuff.
I used to have it a long time ago. I don't know what happened to it.
I prefer his instrumental stuff.
It is instrumental.
No, not all his music is instrumental, Mazzy. It has lyrics and stuff.
I'm talking about George Harrison.
Oh.
Electronic Sounds.
There's a great story about George Harrison also. You know, he pulls into who they were going to go see Queen, I think, maybe, or Bowie or somebody, and they're in a limo, and a journalist or a friend of George is telling the story about how they're like pulling into the backstage, and he says to George, like, you do have tickets for this show, right? And George looks at him and says, I don't need tickets. This big barrage of security guards stop this limo at the gate, and George sticks his head out the window, and they're like, "Oh shit!" And they just let him right through. Yeah, carte blanche, I guess.
I'm a Beatle. Yeah,
I'm a Beatle. Yeah.
Well, that's the funniest. It's funny now, but it's John Lennon was a bad drunk. That's a well-known bad Irish Liverpudlian drunk, and the Lost Weekend in L.A. Him and Nielsen, and they go to the club. They go to is it the Whiskey? I think it's the Whiskey, and it's the Smothers Brothers are playing, and they're sitting, and he's getting drunk, and I think John Lennon cut his head or something. So he goes in the women's bathroom, and gets a Kotex and they tape it to his head because it's bleeding slightly. And so he comes out and he's being a shit ass drunk to the waitress, and finally says, "Do you know who I am?" You know, Jocelyn says, and she says, "Yeah, you're some asshole with a Kotex on your head." And there's a famous shot of them being thrown out of the club, shit faced.
Right. Right. Hey, speaking of Liverpool, I think it's not set in stone yet, but I'm probably going to London in November, and I'm going to definitely, if possible, take a trip to Liverpool. I might have to bring your book with me, Mazzy, if it's still if it's not too out of date.
Good.
I'm sure.
Yeah. There's a lot of tours
listen,
like you
I
in
only
Japan.
Yeah, come give me a personalized tour. Maybe I'll hire you as the tour guide.
I don't know that there's so much new stuff since I've been there. So
yeah, we can go learn together. Anyway, thanks for letting me share about the Power to the People thing. It was super groovy, and it was fun to share that. I got nothing else, and I got to go fix this freaking motorcycle, so I'm going to sign off. But thanks for having me up, Rob. I appreciate it.
I think.
All right.
Thanks for hanging out.
Thanks for the correction.
Bye, Jim.
It's the troubadour, not the whiskey. Thanks for the.
And thanks for the John Cale play.
Harry Nilsson. It was with Harry Nilsson. Smothers Brothers were on the stage.
Good luck fixing your motorcycle. Smothers Brothers.
The Smothers Brothers.
The Brothers Smothers.
Well,
I just got more coffee.
Who would think that Tokyo O'Brien brought the life to the stream?
Yoko Ono played with on her first album, first solo album, is Ornette Coleman's on it, and they played together in the early '60s.
Well, I'm sorry, I can't get over the fact that in my mind she broke up the motherfucking Beatles.
She didn't. That's like bullshit, you know.
If
it wasn't her, it would have been someone else at that point.
Yeah, you can say that, but you were nowhere near. You would have broke them up, I know, but you were in the West Coast
as sort of a
trouble carrying guy,
casual Beatles fan. Here are the 5 things you always hear. Yoko Ono broke up the Beatles. What's the other things you hear? They were on Ed Sullivan. They
okay. Stop while you're ahead, Rob. This is not your.
This is my stream, so it is. Mazzy, you were very upset yesterday. I think
I was
because Husky Foster fail. You have a problem.
Ted Turner passed away.
I wasn't upset, but why don't you tell
Mazzy thought Ted Turner died already.
Yes. Why don't you talk about your celebrity meetup yesterday?
Oh, yeah.
Josh Groban.
Oh, okay.
At Amoeba.
So, they started in front of Amoeba, the new location. They've started putting music-related stars when they give them
on the Hollywood Walk of Fame, whatever.
The Walk of Fame in front of Amoeba. And at least 5 times of me going there, there's been blockades because they were giving a star out. So they do it both sides of Hollywood Boulevard. So yesterday I went to Amoeba. Where I parked, I couldn't walk out of the thing directly into the store. I had to go around. And then they were giving Josh Groban a star. So here's a picture. Let me make myself big. You can go on social media and see. I guess he deserves a star, but the stars are politically given. You have to get signatures. But who do you think
raise money and pay for it?
Who are the stars next to him?
I don't think they're stars.
Yes, who are they?
No, there's Josh Gad. He's a legit star. But who's the old guy next to him?
I don't know that.
He's the man behind the scenes.
No, that's that famous music producer, David Foster. He looks. I go, is that what's his face from Led Zeppelin?
Jimmy Page.
That's David Foster, the music producer.
That is not Jimmy Page.
So it was
someone who looks like Jimmy Page.
When you walked into the store, it was all blocked off, and there were people. You couldn't really see. Sort of. I did take a picture. This is sort of from where you walked into the store, so you couldn't really see. But literally, people didn't know this. When you were inside the store, through the windows, there were people just watching because you had a perfect view of everything. So
Well,
That I saw. I think
Did
I
you
was.
ask if they had a record collector news there? Did you ask them? That's all.
If you even
Also-
say, hold on, if you even say, they ask you to leave the store.
Please leave. Hey, everyone, I just figured out if 1,000 people subscribe.
No, hold, stop your bullshit right now. Because when you first came up here and complained they wouldn't carry it, I asked everyone to reach out to Amoeba, and you go, no, don't do that. So,
Well,
what
okay,
made
do
you
that,
change
but
your tune?
I
What
wanted
made
them
you
to do
change
it in a different way. I wanted them to actually go to Amoeba, buy a record, and ask the cashier what's
Okay.
the deal.
All
I
right,
wanted
all
them
right,
to
hold
hassle
on.
the cashiers.
Yeah. Okay, so let me do that what you wanted. Hey, Roberto, get on a plane from Puerto Rico and come here and do what Jim's requesting you. Or conveniently write an email to Amoeba. Okay?
No, that's
Hey,
wrong. It's a little
Scotty,
more
come
complicated
from
than that,
Florida.
Rob.
Scotty,
People
come
who
from
don't
Florida.
shop at Amoeba.
well,
Hey,
hey,
Entone, aren't you in Europe somewhere?
Scotty,
Come over here and do
if
this.
I'm 71, that means David Foster's 80 or close to 80. So
Well, you know, the cool thing, Mazzy, is the internet exists. So let's see how old David Foster is.
I think he's 80.
Does anyone
This
want to get
paper-
looking
This
on the internet?
paper can be also used if you have a parakeet at the bottom of the cage. I have in the past found that this is the best bottom of the cage material.
Wow, only 76.
He was a
Wow.
wonderkin.
He's 5 years older than me.
Hey, hold on. Here's another. Let's pretend someone lives in LA, which Fluffy does. The dude has to take 8 buses to get to Amoeba. It takes 3 hours.
It's worth
You're
it.
asking him to go through all this problems instead of
Thanks,
just
Ricks.
can all of you message Amoeba and say, I was in there the other day. They have no way of verifying who the fuck you are. And say, I couldn't find a copy of Record Collector News.
Yes,
That's what
please.
originally I asked all of you to do. And Jim goes, don't be convenient. Spend money and travel to LA and then go in person.
Well, I just thought it would have more zing if it was from
Well,
people in the store.
what's Zing? Making people shell out $2,000 in travel?
I didn't want anyone to do that, but I want everyone here in LA. Rob, you know, look at these numbers you've got. You've got at least 7 people here in Los Angeles watching. Listen.
So, hey, in your lifetime, Jim, because you're old, how much has 7 people changed the world?
David Foster worked with George
Oh.
Harrison.
Oh, you have no idea. 7 people.
The only
I just-
thing one
It depends on how often they go to Amoeba.
Listen, the only time one person can change the world is when Dave the pickup artist is inside a all-you-can-eat buffet and he shits his pants. That's the only thing
That
one
would
person.
change the world. But what if you ordered online from Amoeba and asked in the comments, could you include a copy of that free paper that you have on the table out front there for me called
You're going to
Record
give
Collector
some
News?
sex weekender thing.
You know, you want everyone to go into to Amoeba with a prepared script that they read from.
Where is Record Collector News? How come I can't find it no more?
Hey, guys. Let's pretend it's the 60s. Let's pretend we want to change the world. Didn't we get signatures and something like that?
Someone needs to set up outside of Amoeba and get signatures to put me back in there.
Yeah, yes. You'll be as legit as the person there selling incense on the street.
It could make a difference. You never know, man. You know, it's
Isn't
like
it
a
by-
butterfly, and then it's just.
Isn't it a bi-monthly publication?
Hey, Jim.
Pardon me?
Is it
I come, out,
bi-monthly?
I come out 7 times a year just to be an
7
idiot.
times a year.
Hey, Jim. Name one time you changed the world. You single-handedly did it.
Okay, I will. Nobody gets this, but I invented whey.
You mean the dairy? You mean the
No.
dairy byproduct?
No, 1974, someone said to me, no way, and I said whey. I was the first person on the planet to say whey, and it grew from there. I'm taking credit for whey. I've always taken credit for whey.
Well, that is not a thing. That is a
That
term.
changed the
It's
world.
Like,
Hey, Jim.
like
Oh,
it's the music,
that changed the
it's like
world.
it's the music stupid. I developed
Jim.
that. I took it from something else, influenced and
No
twisted.
Way was the beginning of the stare that you get now from the youngers, where they don't even answer you. They just look at you like you're out of your fucking mind.
Hey,
What's
Jim.
that called? No
Jim.
Way was the beginning of that road.
Hey, Jim.
Yes.
It's that exact attitude is why Record Collector News is not on the table at Amoeba.
God damn it. What can I do? What can I do? But yeah, I changed the world with Way.
Did you invent tapas too?
No, I don't take that. No, I invented Way.
Oh, Jim's gift to the culinary world is taking a piece of meat and putting it in a pot and cooking it way too long.
I could do that. I'd do that easy.
You do that.
What do you mean you would not admit to inventing Way? It's all I got, Raji. It's all I got. I got no place left to go. I got no place left to go. I want you to DOA, Mayo.
Jim, that's the reason Jim,
Sorry.
he walks into a place and recreates that scene from An Officer.
An Officer and a Gentleman. I got no place left to go. That's one of my favorite scenes of all time. Amoeba in San Francisco does in fact carry my paper, although I have not sent the new copy up to them yet.
They do carry it? They do carry it?
San Francisco and Oakland, yeah. It's
Berkeley,
just this
Berkeley.
I mean, it's just this Urson Pay here by the name of
That's kind of
Yeah.
shitty. Fuck
Yeah.
LA. Fuck
Very
LA.
shitty.
If
Very
the
shitty.
San Francisco's hippies in the Haight-Ashbury take it, you know.
All I'm saying is, Jim, please ask people to contact Amoeba.
Please contact Amoeba and find out why they don't carry record
Amoeba
collector.
LA.
You don't have to go through the expense of
It's just
showing.
the LA store. The other two stores carry it, no problem. When will you send the magazines to Europe? Yeah, once.
Yeah, hold on.
Once-
Here's the only way to get a copy in Europe. I know a way. This Saturday,
Oh yeah.
I'm participating in the auction. If you're in Europe, get some records, and I put a copy of it for free in every package. That's how you get a copy.
There you go. Yeah, the Berkeley location, they should just be on the floor. Copies of Record Collector News. It's the one with its last issue. It's not this one. It's the.
I don't think it was David Foster. It was his partner or wife or whatever.
Hey, Ed Tapa wins the award of alluding to Richard Gere shoving a gerbil up his butt.
I got no place left to go. Don't you do it.
No, you know.
Hello, Amoeba.
Send the email address to Amoeba LA to everyone.
Oh,
Or go to their Instagram
yeah, I don't know.
and message them.
Does the In Groove carry it?
Yes, they do. But they're in Phoenix, Arizona, different. And they don't move quite as many.
Are they included on your map?
No, because they don't advertise. The map is a map of our advertisers. If I had to put a map in if I put everywhere that we distributed, it would look like this.
Okay.
Here.
Wow. Are those
You know-
all the record stores?
Here's what's funny to me.
Yeah.
How often do you print that list of stores that carry it? Jim?
7 times a year.
And most people would put a spreadsheet together on the computer. And
Is that published anywhere?
This is my
That's just for
spreadsheet on my computer.
That's
No.
just for you. You don't put that anywhere.
You know what I have done in the past? Retailers have asked me, can you give me a list of record stores in San Diego? And I'll just copy and send them my San
That's
Diego.
very
stores.
nice of you. That's
Yeah.
very nice of you.
And then they'll reach back out to Jim going, Jim, the phone numbers are wrong.
No. I don't include
That
phone
store
numbers.
doesn't
But
exist.
you know what's good about my list? It's up to date because I cannot afford to have record stores that have moved that are out of business on my list because everyone on here costs me anywhere from $7 to $20 because because they all get a copy of the box. So I can't afford to have.
And the thing is, you don't need all these other details because you just Google a name and you can find out.
All you need is the name and the zip, and you can.
Even though that Too Many Records, when their Google update, it could have been Google's fault. They said they were open on a specific day on a Monday. And
Alan, where are you located? Where's Alan always located?
Are you in New York, Alan? The New York area?
Because I kind of pulled back from New York.
You know, Alan, when you say you're local, you have to tell us where you're fucking local.
Yeah, Alan.
California.
Oh wait,
Alabama.
That's
Alabama. No, Alabama. You've got the weight on. Oh.
Hey, wait. So that's a college town. How many stores are there?
I'm in Atlanta, Georgia, though. I am in Atlanta. There's a guy in Atlanta. I send him a big box and he distributes them for me.
Hey, Chris, can you send to the Portland, Tennessee store?
How about
wow, there's only one record store in a college town.
A vintage store.
How big is Auburn? Is that
we have an Auburn here?
No, Auburn, the university. How big
there's
is
an Auburn in Oregon too.
Is that like 15,000 students, or is it smaller or is it like a small private school?
Are you at the stores? There's two stores, one main store in Ashland, Oregon, where the Shakespeare Festival is. Are you at those stores in that area?
I think.
Oh wow,
well, Oakland East Bay does have great.
Wait, Auburn is over 30,000 students. That's a big private school. I thought like Stanford was the largest private school. Right? How big is Stanford? That's a big giant private school.
Hey, I want to make an announcement. I'm putting together a board of directors.
Wait, Auburn's not private? I thought it was private.
It's a state school.
Oh, I'm wrong again. I'm not right. I say I'm never really right.
Remember when state school...
Who wants to be on the board of directors for the Record Collector News 20th anniversary bagatelle?
What's the pay?
Whoop-de-doo. It only costs $20,000 to be a member of the board. We're looking for 6.
You pay us $20,000 to be on the board?
No, it costs you. You pay 20 grand and you get to be on the board.
It doesn't work that way. It's supposed to be the opposite. You're supposed to
get. You're considered a sponsor. So Mazzy, I'll give you a sponsorship for 10.
It seems weird to me that an Auburn, which has a school of over 30,000 students, has one record store.
Yeah, that's a little fishy.
So, Alan, is Auburn ripe for a new store to open there?
Let's do it right now.
Because one record store in a town with over 30,000 college students.
And let's buy the building, Mazzy.
It seems like that town's ripe for a brand new record store.
Well, I got the weirdest comment. Not weird. It's just weird that someone would comment. It was an old video. I was showing some records. I don't know. And someone said, "How can you afford all those records? I can't even feed my kids." It's like
the stores in the next town, Opelika.
How far away is that?
How is AI going to kill record stores?
Well, here's how AI
maybe music, but not record stores.
AI will help build a robot that will go to every record store and destroy it. 10 minutes away. Well, Alan, let's be fair. A town that's 10 minutes away is basically
10 minutes is like I drive 10 minutes to go to the store.
So in the metro,
Dan B.
Okay,
yes.
Here's a question for you, Alan, because this is the way I feel about cities. Like, here's how technically they say LA is like 8 million people. The metro area is like over 20 million people. When people want to go to a concert that's at Auburn, how far do they come from to go there? When people go watch the football team play, they're sideline alumni. That means it's people from Alabama who never had anything to do with Auburn, but are fans. So they come and watch the football game. How far do people come from around Auburn to do stuff in Auburn. That's the way I feel. So how many record stores are in the metro area of Auburn? So far there's 2. What is this? I don't know what that means, Rex. Again, historically bad comments you leave here in the chat.
That's why New York City is the greatest city. Everything you need. Yeah.
I love New York City.
Yeah, but the metro area of New York is the largest, and it's like over 26 million.
The only problem recently, New York, I used to go to New York twice a year for 20 something years. So, and used to get good hotel room deals, right? And now you can't get a good deal on a hotel. And even the Airbnbs have cut back. So the hotels raise their prices again. So it's not cheap to stay in Manhattan anymore. It was never cheap, but it was always a good deal.
A lot of people take the train, they stay in Jersey. Or
I understand that, but I'd like to be in New York and Manhattan, because when I'm working there for 5 days, I'd like to go out at night, have a dinner, walk around, go to the theater, go see some music.
Weekly used to send me once a year on an expense account.
Wait,
that was fun.
Okay, my niece goes there, and my young nephew's about to start there in the fall at Penn State. And they make their own ice cream, which is very good.
New York is crowded, but I don't think it's too damn crowded. It just depends. I love New York City.
College Station is literally in the middle of nowhere. And surprisingly enough, I asked my niece about it. There's like one chain restaurant there.
That might be good.
I think I would be miserable.
Arnaldo, that might be good, but I hate the last minute. When you're going that far from the West Coast, you don't want last minute.
Wait, Cincinnati only has one record store. Come on, really?
Columbus, Ohio has a
State College. Sorry, College Station's in Texas. State College. I know.
I've never been to Tokyo, so I don't know if it's the best city in the world. But I there was a time when I really wanted to live in New York City.
Well, you did a good travel log for us earlier today. It was dark and spooky, and there was no one on the street.
Brian always.
So you're the greatest spokesperson for Tokyo.
Brian is a good spokesperson for Tokyo. He's great about that. Now go to bed, Brian.
And who's the worst spokesperson for Japan?
For Tokyo?
There's a person.
I know. We know.
His name rhymes with rice patties.
If I still lived back in the Bay Area, I would do what Brian does in Tokyo. I would do tours for people who come in and want the San Francisco music experience tour. I would love doing that. I don't feel right to do it in Seattle because I'm not an original, and
So Record Collector News does that. We do that, Mazzy. We do that here in LA.
I would do it.
Record store / serial killer tours.
I have done New York City. I'm not a full travel guy, but I've done record tours during the WFMU. There's like a couple videos of New York City. I have done New York City.
You could
not all the tourist things, the record stores we went to.
Mazzy, you could include the Zodiac Killer in your San Francisco.
I could. There's a lot of killers I could include.
Okay.
Yeah.
Hey,
and if you go down to Santa Cruz, boom.
Okay, guys, calm down. Anyone who wants to open a record store, I give you 2 locations: Penn State and Auburn. And I can't believe Cincinnati only has one record store. It's not like University of Cincinnati is out in the suburbs. It's in the city.
And join it with a cafe so you can make money in the food service thing. Markup on coffee is really good if you do it right.
No, not after Amoeba. After Deadly Wax or CD Trader, we're going to go to Spawn Ranch. Much closer.
What? Husky? I don't know what you mean. Expand on. If I still lived in San Francisco, I would do tours. You charge people. I mean, people pay money, and I'm not. It depends. I can customize it. For instance, you do a day. You go to record stores. You go to the Grateful Dead house, the Jefferson Airplane house. You take tourist things. Go down the Lombard Street, the Crooked Street. Go to North Beach. Go to City Lights Books, music related. Janis Joplin's apartment. There's so much stuff. Golden Gate Park. All that museums.
You know what, Mazzy? People understand San Francisco exists, and they know all these locations.
Yeah. Mazzy, with me, when they go on my tour, we go to record stores, and I give them, they get the Hey Jimmy Jammy, how's your bald
Yeah,
headed
it's-
Jammy 20% discount.
I understand that, but
So are you
Brian
offering
does it right. For
20% off?
instance, there are people that come to a city and they don't want to have to like rent a car or take Ubers everywhere. And if they had someone that could tailor it for them, you fill out a thing up front, I could drive them around to a lot more places in a shorter amount of time. There are certain restaurant, like a concierge, basically. And you tell them where to go. I could do it here with the Jimi Hendrix gravesite, where Kurt Cobain blew his head off, the music venues, the hotel, the Edgewater Hotel, with music related, and where the Beatles went fishing off it.
All right.
Obviously, the music venues.
Yeah, but
All right, let
Mazzy,
me be let me
Yeah,
be
the Full House, the Full House, definitely.
if
let me
you
be
go
less
into any
annoying.
store,
The Vertigo tour.
Let me be less annoying than Mazzy. Come to Santa Monica. I'll show you where the Threes Company house is.
or I could show you the Brady Bunch house.
Yeah,
Um,
we could see the Vertigo, where the apartment where Scotty lives.
Listen, more important than that, if you go into any record store in LA County, any record store, especially Amoeba, and you say the access code, Hey Jimmy Jammy, how's your bald headed mammy? That refers to a 20% RCN discount off of your bill. Try it.
You
You
know
know-
what?
Hey Jimmy Jammy, how's your bald headed mammy?
Yeah, anyone who says that should be put in a mental
Go
institution.
into a record store and say that. See what happens.
There are definitely people that like to invest or pay in VIP tours where they're taken around to certain things and suggested restaurants and stuff. There's a segment for that. It's not everybody, and it can happen in any city. I mean, when Michelle and Joey and I one time remember the Universal tours. There was one you pay a little more, and it wasn't that expensive way back 25 years ago. We went to the Universal tour. We paid the VIP, so you get in a smaller group. You don't have to wait in the long lines. They get like in a cart type thing. You drive around, and it was worth the investment for a family of 3 in that case to do something like that.
Mazzy only
Yeah,
brings,
well, my
Mazzy
brother,
Mazzy only brings a lot of energy to the stream when you talk about San Francisco.
my brother was renting a house in South Pasadena, and we came home one day and there was a card in the door from a location scout. They used his house for the House by the Railroad Tracks, Molly Ringwald. What movie was it again? The House by the Railroad.
Pretty
Pretty
and
in
Pink.
Pink. My brother's house was the House by the Railroad Tracks. They shot there for a week, and I lived around the corner.
That's story number 8. Everyone.
Every day I would go there with my wife and my 2 kids, and we would scarf off the truck, off the what do they call it? There was one guy there whose job, it appeared to me, was to walk around with a sack full of candy bars. That was his job.
There is a grunge tour in Seattle, and I could learn it and I could do it, but it wouldn't be as authentic as some of the people that do it. But people like those things. It's kind of like it's like why when I do these San Francisco videos, they get some of the biggest views of all my videos.
Every
People
time
like
Mazzy
that.
talks about this idea, all I think about is on Seinfeld when Kramer came up with that stupid.
My favorite Seattle record store story is, I think it was Jive Time or one of those stores. They were remodeling a little bit and they went to move their cash register, and they found a check made out to Kurt Cobain from ASCAP or something for like $80 that they cashed for him, and they just forgot to deposit it.
Right. This is story number 11.
Hey, come on, that's the best. What store was it, people? Anyone up there know?
No, I don't.
If you're gonna grain on people's ears with stories, remember the whole story.
People like taking these tours. They go to these places. It's exactly why we did the Beatles England tour. People were going there before Liverpool gave a shit about the fucking Beatles.
My sister works at Dodger Stadium, and she says there are tours from Japan that come in and they get a special.
I mean, that's the reason we did that book. Look at all the Japanese people that come to Liverpool too. I mean,
yes. Yeah. Why do we have to look at them? Hey, Brian, how many record stores, to your knowledge, are in Boulder?
At least, let's see, Bart's CD Cellar and Wax Tracks. I think they might actually both be gone. I haven't lived in Boulder. No, I think Bart's is actually still there, but I think Wax Tracks is gone. I think Bart's might still be there.
Very
Possibly.
nice. You pick a look at. that you again, people, you don't have to do this, but I appreciate it.
Hey, I want to chime in on the tour.
There's
talk.
a store in Boulder called Paradise Found.
Oh, Brian's
think
about to
that
pick
used to
up
be-
his Brian's
I think-
about to pick up his tour right now.
Yeah, right there. No, but it's like, it's kind of, it was a joke that turned serious, and it's like, I mean, I don't know, I can't. It's not really scalable, but I could, if I've already, the summer has just barely started, and I've already gotten 4 reservations, and I'm having to like juggle like days of the week.
See,
And so
Brian, exactly, Brian. That's what I'm talking about. And also being the YouTube personality. I mean,
yeah, they trust you. They already know. They know
They
you're
know
not gonna
you,
get
they
ripped
trust
off.
you.
Yeah.
you know how many
Although-
times I get people reaching out to me and I don't offer. They said, "Hey, can we meet for a coffee or drink? Can we meet at a record store?" People I don't know. Not
You know
and-
what,
and
Maz? This is not a good time.
It's almost like
Get people
Mazzy
coming here.
is
Not.
Ted Bundy of the VC.
Why does
tourism
this?
is down
Why are
right
you
now.
guys being so negative about
No,
this?
it's
This
up
is a
in
real-
Japan. Tourism is up in Japan, but because of certain economic things
Oh, we
that
know
are
that
going,
it's down
Let
here.
me-
We know that.
not a great
let me
time.
give-
You got to wait.
No, but you don't need that many. There are still people.
Hey,
that
hey,
come.
listen, what I had somebody, let me tell you a few learnings that I've had from this already. I had somebody running for US Congress come on this thing, and they said, they were like, make sure that the restaurants that you take us to are, we can get nice bottles of wine. And I was like, oh shit, okay. And I had to like pull some strings to get and they threw down like crazy amounts of money, and they stayed at one of the nicest hotels in town. Another somebody said, hey, can you come to Osaka with us? And I was like, come to Osaka? I'm based in Tokyo, and I know the Tokyo record stores. I kind of know the Osaka record stores, but I'm not from Osaka. And they're like, yeah, but we just want you to, could you just get down there? And I'm like,
You're
I
a
need
translator too for them.
and
Yeah.
they said to me, budget's no problem.
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
was like,
that's what-
oh my
that's-
God. Okay. So
The numbers
I've
of
heard that
people.
Now,
twice now.
how many of
And
these
I did-
people, Brian? How many of these people request to go to those restaurants where they serve sushi off a naked lady?
That's
Brian,
been
you're
that's
talking
a
about
request.
concierge service, and people will pay for that. And not this group here, and not us.
Right.
there are
But there's a
people-
growing
Hold on,
number of
hold
people.
on.
And listen,
that
hold
This
go.
on.
guy
I
right
got another
here-
one.
Would eat sushi off a naked lady. This guy.
Hey, I tell you, it gets a lot more debocherous than sushi on a naked lady, and like
But
much
that's
more,
a famous
much
thing,
more.
right? That is
Yeah.
a famous thing.
It is. It's pretty tame, though. To be honest, it's pretty
I heard there
pedestrian
used to
as
be a
far as what
restaurant
they
in
offer.
LA. There used to be a restaurant in LA on Sunset that did that.
But I had the last crew that I had, it was a family of 5. And I thought the dad was, and they're like, we got a kid, a 14-year-old, and this is a present for him. So can you take us, around and I said, sure. And I told them I could. And then once I agreed to it and gave them the date and the price and everything, they said, oh, by the way, there's 5 of us. And I thought, oh my God. And I actually I have little,
Can they fit in your car?
yeah, I can fit 6, and I can fit 6 comfortably with me. I mean, it's tight, but it's a 6 seat. It's 2 captain or whatever. It's 6 seats and a bench in the back, and everybody was cozy. And they said that they're Disney folks, and they were like Imagineers. I don't even know what that means, but they work their ranks through the ranks of Disney. And they said that their sister is also in Disney, and they said that their sister puts on Disney adventures for like high-end tourist things, and they said they get free passes to these things, and they said they're better than, this is as good as anything that we've got from our Disney adventures. And they gave me a big fat like Christmas size tip when it was over there. Like, this was so fun.
Jim,
This was so great.
there are
We
people
loved
with
it.
money that pay for this shit.
Yeah,
Well,
They
I
don't
was-
want to wait in line.
and
They
it's
don't
so
wanna-
fun.
Jim
It's
is
so
thinking of
fun,
dressing
too.
up like the Little Mermaid and taking you on a Disney adventure.
Well, that's a thing, but I would need a bus driver because I can't work the pedals with my
But you
feet.
don't just go to the record stores with me. And I mean, you get you get to go to the shrine and you get to learn, like, this is how you do it. We're only going to be here 10 minutes, but just because when you go to Kyoto, you're going to get to visit 10 more of these things. And I'm going to give you the crash course and what all this stuff means. And they're like, oh, wow. And their minds are just getting blown left and right. And I only know it like in a funny kind of way, so that it's kind of like, it's all this sort of half knowledge.
Question,
and it's fun.
Brian, do they use I mean, what weights and measures? Do they use meters and stuff like that, or is it feet?
Yeah.
So I
it's
could
feet,
bring
yeah, or
Japanese, and I could
Mhm.
take them to a McDonald's and introduce them to the quarter pounder,
Hey,
which they
Yes.
probably don't have there.
But we have
Hey.
Royales with cheese.
Yeah.
Hey, Lucky, AI is not going to destroy tours because it's like all these travel videos that are online and on the travel channels and on YouTube and things. There's a certain people that, you know, they can't afford or they can't physically travel, but they watch videos. People want to experience if they have the money.
Hold on.
Well, hey, so one customer had a mobility issue. They were like, we can't move, like we can't even get to the station from the hotel to the station. So everything's curbside. And, it was a no brainer for them. I'm kind of, actually, I wish I'd done this like years and years ago, because
Brian is
it's
actually, you're absolutely right, Brian. I totally get it.
It's so fun. And if you are so inclined and you can have, the thing that makes my little thing a little bit different is that not my peers don't all have cars or driver's licenses. It's very easy to get one. But everybody's training it because the city's really convenient, but we're like a family. So we have a typical family car, and it's really
Hey,
fun.
Brian,
I really wish I could do it every day, but there's only one of me. I need like an armada of little minivans. And
Hey, Brian.
yeah.
Have you ever been to that famous custard place that the old man makes all the custards?
Oh, I've seen that guy, but no, I've never been there. I don't know where it is, but that looks amazing. I really want to go see that. If you guys don't know what Rob's talking about, go Google like custard.
Yeah, there's this old man, and all
old-timer.
he makes is like custards.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
It just does custard.
Yep.
Hey, we could take them to like street tacos and shit like that.
Well, exactly. I mean, there's certain people that want the quote insider, people who live in a place tour. It's not.
Yeah.
Well, the problem
I was thinking of doing a map for Record Collector News, the advertiser map, and I would include cool place to eat near the store and possibly a place to buy some weed.
Yeah, here's the deal with Jim. He comes up with these ideas, but you're in a van with him, driving you around. Halfway through the trip, he goes, I ain't doing this anymore. And
10 years ago, before pot became illegal in California, it was legal in Washington, obviously in Oregon. Every time I had people visiting me, the first thing they wanted to do is go to a pot store and buy pot because they thought it was the coolest thing. And I would drive them to Uncle Ike's here mostly, and now there's a million of them. But Uncle Ike's, they'd buy pot, they'd smoke it or whatever they do it, but they couldn't take it with them on the plane. So I'd have a drawer full of their final bits, but they'd stay here for a few days. And so
I brought marijuana on the airplane from Burbank to Chicago, and I had marijuana in the overhead. And the problem was I didn't bring enough.
Yeah, but Jim, the only reason you did that is you were wishing for a pat down.
I did get the pat down, but they told me, I said, can I go through it again? And they said, third time you have to tip.
Jim gives new meaning to the word pat down because you really have to pat down.
Wah, wah, wah.
All I'm saying is,
only on Tuesdays.
are you repairing your motorcycle right now, Brian? Now, what broke on it that you can...
The chain fell off.
Dude, seriously, why don't you keep the tools on the bike?
Because it's like a lot of it's a lot of bits and bobs. I just opened it the wrong way and they just all fell off.
How often does the chain fall off your bike?
Not often. Not often. But this bike only has to survive a couple of more months because my sidecar one is being finished here pretty soon. It needs to get me to like September, and then this bike, I'm gonna retire this bike. It's on its last leg. I keep taking it to the shop, and I'm like, guys, it's making all kinds of crazy noises, and and they're like, yeah, dude, it does that when it's time to die. Let that thing go to seed. So it's just that's the way it goes.
So what are you gonna do, Brian? You're gonna
I'm
fix
gonna
it.
take off this chain guard. I'm just gonna undo one little bolt here. And I forgot to fucking bring an axle, like a proper axle. But maybe actually this will. Yeah. I'm in business. If I have to take the wheel off, I will.
No, well, wait.
But
So you fix it. You're gonna drive back home, walk back to get the bike.
yes, unfortunately,
Can that bike sit
that's
there
the
all night?
hubris.
Will that bike be able to sit there all night?
You guys, this comment about you'd get robbed. Can this bike sit here? Dude, there's zero. Like
Liar.
virtually zero.
How
No,
can
no,
that
crime.
be?
Hold on. I
Are
wasn't
they
even
not people? What? I don't understand.
all right.
Dude, they have a code of ethics.
Hold on.
It's the
I
way
wasn't
of the
even-
samurai.
Well, hold on, Brian. Calm down.
I'm listening.
I wasn't even going that it would be robbed. I'm saying towaway zone type of situation.
No, I was going stolen.
If I
They
left
take
it
the
here,
shit, man.
they would eventually. Somebody would come and complain about it. Uh-oh, this could be stripped. That's not good.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, we'll get there though. I mean, I thought to myself, it sounds like a brag to say, "Oh, my motorcycle broke" or something. I don't know. So I thought, well, I wanted to talk about the tours, but I thought maybe I should just prove that I did actually get stuck here on the side of the highway, on the side of the road.
Hey, most people don't get this. You have this POV that you're the bike and Brian is fixing you right now.
Wow. That's
I thought we
Very
lost
heavy.
we lost your audio, Brian.
Okay, I'm here. I'm turning it off because it's like so noisy.
oh.
Well, we'll leave you in
Yeah.
the background. We'll leave you down here.
Okay, I'm gonna turn the audio off. But you can chat
Yeah.
me up. Shall I? We'll just live stream.
No, we
the
just
fix
want to
here.
watch you do your work.
Okay. All right, I'm gonna stay on.
I'm wondering if when he's in LA sometime he can take a look at my Subaru.
What brand of bike is it?
Honda GB250. It's a Clubman. They don't have it in America. It's just like an Asian thing.
Well, excuse me.
Well, someone was talking about the price of gas. I would imagine
Yeah,
driving
it's
a
nice. Here,
motorcycle is cheap.
there
that's-
it is.
That's very cool.
That's the
Yeah.
ride.
So
Got
how
a
much is
deadhead
gas a
sticker on
liter?
there.
Is that the same bike that Michael Douglas rode in that movie when he was a detective in Japan?
Possibly.
Black
It's that
Rain?
old.
Is that Black Rain?
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Uh,
Black.
I
Is
forgot
that Tony
yeah,
Scott?
$2.
That's not Tony Scott, is it? Who?
It was Ridley
$2 a
Scott.
liter.
Ridley Scott.
$2 a liter. How many
So
liters per gallon?
$1.60 a liter. I've never been able to figure it out. If you can figure it out, tell me.
Probably $7 or $8 a gallon. No,
Probably. Yeah, I don't know. Somebody do it. Ask chat.
Okay.
How can I fucking set this up?
How much a liter? $2? No, $1.65.
Like $1.50.
would you let him concentrate? It's like 5 a.m. He needs to concentrate on fixing.
No,
That's
it's
only
okay. It's
$4.50 a
okay.
gallon.
Hey, by the way, just for the record, like I work in a creative office, and our office doesn't really. It's not 9 to 5. It's more like,
Whenever you show up.
11 to whenever you show to whatever.
Just like
you
ad
need.
agency time period. Yeah.
All right, I assume it's really loud, so I'm going to mute myself.
Or record business.
What Brian isn't saying is we replaced the chain on his bike with chocolate.
Wah,
Interesting.
wah, wah, wah.
I may not be able to fix this by the time your stream is over.
Well, we'll enjoy watching you try.
Okay,
Yeah,
all right, I'll try.
I could do it for you, but it wouldn't work, and I don't have the inclination.
Okay.
11
There
a
we go.
gallon in Holland. That's bad.
Brian, mute yourself. The
Yeah, but
noise
most
of
people
traffic
ride
is
bikes
annoying.
in Amsterdam. So
$11 a gallon in Holland. Geez.
thing is, I don't drive that much. So I told you it cost me $18 more for a fill up than it did just 2 years ago. And but I don't drive that much. I have my car is 9 years old now, and I have 57,000 miles on it.
Just when you thought you didn't know more about Mazzy.
Well,
$1.68 a liter is not quite $6 a gallon. Yeah, well, I'm listening to the ugliest speakers in the world, and I cannot believe how good they sound. I really
Don't worry, everyone. Tomorrow Jim will rearrange them and get rid of them.
Yes, but I may put them back.
How much equipment have you sold already?
So far from the equipment that we pulled, I've sold none. None of it.
So it's looking like a good investment.
Well, don't tell anyone this, but I put the speakers up and I priced them a little high.
What
Okay.
about the turntable? That's the gold.
I haven't
he
put
showed
the
him early
turntable.
on. Show him again. He showed
I
him
haven't
early
put the
on.
turntable. You see that those two black monoliths behind the table there? Boom. Wait, where am
Ugly.
I?
Ugly.
They are ugly.
Yeah, boom, boom.
They're
They're electrostatic loudspeakers. I can't believe how good they sound. They're the whatchamacallit, why do I blank on the name all the time? Quad. The Quad ESL 988. ESL 988 is the version of Quad that they are. They're fucking beautiful, beautiful sounding speakers. I'm playing them through either the Macintosh 2125, which is 120 watt solid state amp, or I'm playing them through the Harman Kardon Citation 5 amp, which is 40 watts of tube power. Man, they just sound so goddamn good. They really do. They're not super efficient. No, they're electrostatic. It's not open. They're ribbons, and they go both ways. They go front and back. They don't go side, which is why you can place them near the wall, the side walls. But they do the same amount of musical information front and back. And they get everything perfectly.
Brian, what you see right here is Brian put on gloves so he doesn't stain up his fingers.
That's a good angle there.
With with
That
good.
is a very good shot.
I know.
Nice shot, Brian.
Mm-hmm.
We're having our moto minute.
And those tires are not filled with air; they're filled with the custard from that 82-year-old custard maker guy. Thank you.
Yeah, the Quad 63 is a great speaker. They not in my room. I'm not missing a subwoofer. I am not missing a subwoofer.
Yeah, you've never had a subwoofer set up, have you?
But the guy that I got these from, he had a giant. It's for sale. It's like a 15-inch sub, and I'd like to get rid of it. It's taking up my entire barn. I'm selling it for $300. Local pickup only. I forget the name, but it's a good one. Big ass fucking sub.
Yeah.
$300. Who wants it?
What we see here is the American in Japan trying to acclimate himself to local culture, riding a jalopy motorcycle. Thank you. I do.
Right. Oh, that's interesting.
As you can see, the human mating with the motorcycle.
Oh yeah, Paradigm sub. It's a Paradigm sub. That's the sub. Who wants it? 15.
Listen, you're preaching to people who can't afford any of that shit.
It's $300 for this.
Wow.
Fucking...
Hey, could you get your voice higher than that?
$300. It's like, I say her name is Deborah.
Hey, does anyone here? Correct me if I'm wrong, people, because I'm wrong. I'm wrong a lot. I was wrong a lot on this stream.
See pennies.
Can you someone correct me if I'm wrong? How many people? How many people actually want subwoofers anymore?
A lot of
Well,
people.
you have to have subwoofers. You have to.
I don't have subwoofers.
Apparently, you have to.
You don't have to.
I'm
dude.
not saying, but apparently you have
Most
to.
people don't, but people like them. There's a lot of people like them. I
I
had
have-
them when I had a surround system back in my old city. I had them mostly for movies, for like 5.1.
No, but if you do
stuff.
subs the right way with 2-channel stereo, if you do subs right, it can really separate out all the
Yeah, I
instruments,
get
all that
that.
kind of
I
shit.
don't want to deal with that shit.
But I did it one time, but I had a hum. I had these two little subs, and it was just too much bullshit for my
not a
room.
I
desirable.
was
piece of
listening to the
equipment.
air conditioner hum. It went
Yeah,
I think
you want to pick up that low end.
I
Yeah,
don't know what I think is Brian makeshifting something right there.
He's basically doing a MacGyver.
I did it. I did it. I fixed it.
Alan, my sub goes down to 11.
Are you using paper clips and gauze?
Basically, yes.
A rudimentary lathe.
Yes. Did you see how I used the kickstand to like leverage the
No,
wheel?
we didn't.
Get
We
it?
weren't paying
Nobody
attention.
caught that.
We were looking at Jim's
You're
speakers.
talking to
Somebody
three
in the
Jews. Hey, you're talking to three Jews here. Our toolbox is untouched by human.
Hey,
hands.
I'm pretty handy. I'm pretty handy.
My toolbox is gorgeous. Untouched
You know, hey Jim, please don't use lines you use on the ladies here.
on the ladies. Hey, it could work. You never know.
Jim has some good pickup lines.
Pick me, I'm clean. I usually start with that.
But I heard your big line is what do you call it? You use your small stature to your benefit.
I'm a munchkin. I represent the Lollipop Guild. No?
Listen here, Harry. Here's the usefulness you bring. You allowed me to drive in the HOV lane.
That's what Rob brings to me.
So
Yeah,
tomorrow,
you blend the subwoofer. You don't even hear it. It just is perfect. It's perfectamente. But my room is too small for that many boxes, man. It's just small. I don't want it. What do you mean I'm acting spatial? High as a fucking kite.
predicting, you can right now. You can go to one of those betting sites and bet on this.
Site. I worry about that kind of shit.
Yes. I just
Well, there's a lot of insider trading lately with all that stuff.
there's always insider trading.
But
I don't.
bigger,
My
more
money
than
is
ever,
not in the
more than
market
ever.
right now. It's in bills.
because it's not being really persecuted.
That's not a deal, Herkimer. That's not a deal. That's not a deal. 300. I thought it was like nothing, and it's got the little unit that goes with it.
Herc, you hit the head on the nail. Jim omits the keywords of old ass.
Oh no, Herc! I will pay you 300 to drag it out of my barn.
Old ass. He doesn't say that, which he should.
Old ass. It is old ass. All right, old ass is a new.
Hey, and listen. Here's the deal, Jim. You take that subwoofer, you hollow it out, and it's a perfect place for your chickens to hatch eggs.
That's not a bad idea.
No.
We have
All
a
right.
problem. The squirrels are stealing the eggs.
We have 2 minutes left. Brian looks like he's fixed the bike.
Have you really, Brian?
So he has to load it in his vehicle now.
Yes. No.
No, he's going to leave it there,
Leaving it
drive
there.
home, walk back,
Yes.
drive it home.
Is it safe there?
He said it was.
Brian's going to get coffee. People are going to say hello to him.
Is it 3 a.m. there now? What time is it?
It's 185,
Is
158.
Brian a latchkey kid? What's going on here?
Oh, well, I thought I was muted. Let's get this right. Yeah, we're fixed. That was fun. We didn't forget anything.
So you don't load that in your
Yes.
vehicle?
No,
No
he's going to
way.
go home and walk back. Is that
I'm
what you're
gonna
going to do
drive.
now?
Yeah, but I might even. Yeah, I'm gonna walk back. It's gonna be a.
Can't you hire a geisha to drive it back for you?
That'd be cool. I would take a geisha on a ride with me. Although the geisha kimono might not. If you're riding behind us, it might be a unflattering or flattering
Hey,
view,
Brian,
depending on. Yeah,
as much stress as you went through the last hour, it's okay to not humor Mazzy with his stupid jokes and just say,
I mean, you guys, if you've had a classic car or an old bike, this is the fun of it. I mean, the fact that I just got to live stream it live made it even twice as more fun than it already is. It's fun to get.
I
makes
think
for
you
a
need to
great
ban
story.
this Richard James guy. He's always doing the link bullshit at the last
okay.
minute.
So
It's
Brian,
not funny.
Brian, we're leaving.
Yeah.
We have 2 seconds left. What
That's
part
fine.
of
Thank you for.
what part of town are you in?
I'm in Suginami. I'm kind of on the west side of Tokyo. I'm on the. Yeah, it's a very nice.
It doesn't look
Wooded
like much is
river.
there. It's not
Well, I'm in here
Tsuginami,
on the
that's a
main-
made up word. Come on, admit it.
I'm in on the main boulevard, but it's a really nice part of town, and I'm very fortunate to live where I live. And it's like 5 minutes, or it's like 15 minutes to Shibuya, and 15 minutes to Shinjuku, and 10 minutes to Shimokita, and 10 minutes to Kichijoji. And I love my little
dude, it
place.
just sounds like you're ordering me shit off the menu.
Yeah, it's true, but it's a nice. It's residential. It's residential. It's the burbs,
Yeah.
but it's still
Okay.
like, yeah. Come, you guys, come visit, and let me show you this great city. I really do. I appreciate you saying that I'm a good champion of the city, because it's. I mean, it's why I keep living here. I came here in 2004, and it just never stops impressing. You can never know it. It's unknowable, which is
Let me ask you. Let me say
know?
one thing about that, and not everyone gets it, but there's certain people that either live in a city for a long time or grew up in a play. It doesn't have to be a city, and they just have a certain affinity for it. Obviously, I do. But you want to share that with people, and Tokyo, like San Francisco and New York City, are places people want to go to, and to have someone local to show the realm is invaluable for some people, definitely.
Okay, I have to exit and end the stream. Appreciate everyone coming by. Thank you for, me and Brian were messaging back and forth. He said, how about if I break down my motorcycle and repair it on the stream? And I said, okay. All right. Everyone take
Thanks,
care.
guys.
Happy trails, everybody.
See you
Have a
next
great
Bye.
weekend.
time. Bye.